Hello and welcome to Tech Deals. Logitech's S-150 USB digital speaker system under $15. Now what is this? Why should you watch and why should you care? In short, if you need to add a basic pair of stereo speakers to your computer, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, then stop, you've come to the right place. This should be on your short list. Now I own a lot of different sets of speakers, including high-end surround sound speakers. I also own several sets of this. In fact, the computer you can't see just off the side of the screen here has a pair. I love these things. This is value for the money. Are they high-end, high-fidelity, symphony quality speakers? No, of course not. They're under $15. But they are good enough. Basic game playing, basic music listening, YouTube video watching, sounds from your computer, they do the job. Now, if you want high fidelity sound, if you want a good bass response, which these basically have no bass response, then you want something like that. I'm going to cover that here in a future video. That is a $40 set of speakers with a nice subwoofer. This doesn't have a subwoofer, but again, under $15. Now in this video, I'm going to take this out of the box, show you what it looks like, talk about the pros and cons of it. I cannot give you a demonstration. First of all, short of plugging it directly into the computer, they're digital, it's a perfect sound file. Second of all, anything you would hear would depend upon your speakers. So there's no way to demo speakers on a video. You have to be physically present with them. Here's what I will say. I own $15 speakers. I own $40 speakers. That's not my first set of that. And downstairs on my main gaming computer, I have a very nice $100 set of surround sound speakers. So I do have comparative examples to know what good speakers are. And yes, the nicer speakers do sound better. But not everybody needs high fidelity, high-end sound on every computer. I put these on my computers that basically just need basic Windows sound. They're not very large, they require no separate power brick, they're completely USB powered, and they don't cost very much. That's a deal. All right, that's enough talking. How about we take it out of the box and I show you what it looks like. And here we are with a basic set of speakers. Now there is plastic on the front. I'll show you what that looks like. A little bit noisy. Now in here is just a pamphlet that says, here's how you plug a USB cable in. Pretty self-explanatory. And with all the associated plastic taken off the cables, I want to show you this. This is the only connection required to use these speakers. A single USB plug that plugs into your computer, laptop or desktop. This provides the power and the audio. There is no 3.5 millimeter audio jack here, which brings to point a very valuable feature of this particular speaker system. Do you have a computer that maybe has a non-functional or perhaps flaky sound chip? Does your audio out not work very well? Do you have a problem using your onboard audio in maybe an older computer? Not a problem. This doesn't use the sound chip in your computer. Completely digital audio. Windows generates the audio digitally, pipes it directly to the speakers. They have their own onboard digital to analog converter and produce the actual sound. So you do not require a working sound chip in your computer in order to use these. So if your sound chip is bad and you thought, great, I have to add a sound card. No, you don't. Buy these, instant sound. There's also no power brick. There's no big power brick you have to plug in the wall. Those nice speakers behind me right there do have a separate power brick. Now, maybe you don't care about that, but if you have a laptop or if you have a confined space and don't have a lot of room, this is it. This is everything here. Now, the cable that runs between them does stretch out, and I will disconnect it here. With all the cable ties undone, I want to show you how far apart the speakers will stretch. There we go. That's far. They are permanently attached. You cannot separate the two speakers, and that is as far apart as they go. So if you had a desire to place these speakers on two different sides of the room, there is no way to change that. That is as far apart as the speakers will actually go. Almost my arm's total width, but not quite. Now the cable that runs to your computer comes off of this speaker, and it is pretty long actually. That is not quite my arm length, but it's pretty decent. Considering what this is meant for, to be connected to a laptop or a desktop and used for basic computer sound, I think it's an incredible value. Under $15 gets you digital sound. Now on the front of, not this one, on the front of this one, we have 3 buttons. Volume down, volume up, volume mute. There's no power button, they're just always on. Now it's worth noting that these volume buttons here control the volume of Windows. It's the same as going to the little sound icon and dragging the sound icon up and down, which is exactly what these buttons do. And if you have a keyboard or you just click mute in your computer, it's the same as pressing the middle button here, which just mutes the sound. As far as the sound quality, as I said before, it's good but not great. It is not high fidelity. If you want to listen to classical music, if you want a supreme gaming experience with high ranges and low ranges, these are not for you. You need to spend more than $15 on speakers. In fact, that $40 set back there, which I'm going to review next, is a very good middle-of-the-road budget choice if you want highs, lows, and high fidelity. But if you don't need that, why spend all that money for something big and expensive when under $15 completely will take care of all your Windows sound needs? Well, that pretty much wraps up this video, short and sweet. There's not much more to say about it. Simple, one plug, USB powered, simple digital controls, doesn't require a working sound chip on your computer, under $15. Links in the video description below to both Amazon and Newegg where you can check them out. It's a deal. If you need this kind of speaker system, this is a deal. Like this video if you like it, share it with your friends if you loved it. Remember to subscribe to my channel with the big button that will be right up here. And be sure to check out the links in the video description below, or the big link which will be put right here in the middle of the screen to Patreon. If you like my videos and you want to support me, I would certainly appreciate anything you can contribute. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.